this being a detail view. How do I actually handle that? Now, to do it, we want to pass in a parameter from our URL. So inside of our urls.py, inside of the app, we are just basing off of our products URLs. Not any different there, nothing new. So I want to actually make both of these templates be able to work. So to do this, I'm going to pass in ID equals to none. ID equals to none means that the ID is no longer required. When you do it with just ID, that means that argument is required. Saying that it's none means that we have a default here. You could also set another default if you like, but basically that means that these two class-based views will actually render just fine. Now let's actually take a look at this, and what I'm going to do with my standard template is I'm going to do courses/detail, or rather course detail, to go along with the detail view generic view. So I'm going to go ahead and make my folder for that, templates, new folder in there, courses, new folder, or a new file in there saying course detail.html, and I'm going to go ahead and just copy and paste something I've already done before and just use the title because that's the only field I actually have in my model. Okay, so I now have the class-based view running twice, but two different template names. One is contact.html. The other one is, well, going off of the default of what I set right here. So I'm going to go ahead and save that, and let's go ahead and run it out. Inside of courses, if I refresh in here, contact is still showing up. If I go to 1 or some sort of detail, I have an empty template. Now, why do I have an empty template? Is because I haven't passed any context into this template itself. So to pass that context in, we'll just do from.models, import course, and we'll go ahead and do get the shortcut, get object or 404, and I'll just say object, or rather obj, get object or 404, course ID equals to ID. Okay. And since I have a default being none, I'll say if ID is not none. Meaning if that past argument is not none, then I'll go ahead and say this is what the obj is. And I'll also set my context up here. So then I can just augment it here with object equaling to obj. And there we go. Or rather, we want to pass context here. So we save that. Refresh in there, says hello world. That is the name of my first object, which I could also add in just the ID to just double check that I'm doing everything correctly. Save that, and there we go. We've got our ID and hello world. That is roughly what a detail view does. It's not the same, but it's roughly what it does.